Okay. Good evening, everyone. So today we start with the topic conservation of momentum. First of all, we know from the Newton's second law of motion, that force is equals to the rate of change of momentum. We know this from Newton's second law of motion. And we also know one thing, that if we have any constant, so the differentiation of constant is zero. So we can say if force is zero, that means the differentiation of constant is zero. That means the differentiating element is constant. So we can say momentum is constant. That is called actually the conservation of momentum. That is the main idea for the conservation of momentum. Means if no external force applied, if no external force applied in a system, if no external force applied in a system, total momentum of the system remain constant or constant. That means total momentum is equals to momentum 1, momentum 2, momentum 1, if n number of particles present in a system. This is very important concept, and this is a very important concept. And by using this, we can prove so many things. First of all, one more very important derivation. Is that by using Newton's second law, by using Newton's second law, proof Newton's first and third law. Very important derivation. Or this question is sometimes asked in this way: show that Newton's second law is the basic law. That means by using Newton's second law, we can get Newton's first law as well as Newton's third law. So it's a very important derivation. 3 marks question asked from this derivation. We can say we know from Newton's third law, second law, force, that is dp by dt, that means rate of change of momentum. Momentum means mass into velocity by dt. Mass dt by dt so m dv by dt, that is equals to mass into acceleration. Yes or no? Everyone, please tell me yes or no. So if your force is equals to mass into acceleration, that means what happened? If force equals to 0, that means acceleration equals to 0. That means if a particle at rest be in rest, or if it moving with constant velocity, that means uniform motion, it is in uniform motion until no external force applied, which is Newton's first law. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you derive Newton's first law from Newton's second law. Now from Newton's second law, we try to derive Newton's third law. So for that, let in a system you have two particles, m1 moving with velocity v1, m2 moving with velocity v2. So let in a system two particles of mass m1 and m2 moving with velocity v1 and v2. So total momentum of the system P is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Differentiating both sides with respect to time. So what happened? dp by dt, m1 is constant, dv1 by dt, m2 is constant, dv2 by dt. है ना? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now we know from Newton's second law, we know from
একটু স্ক্রল
Ah.
করো না
huh?
একটু স্ক্রল করো না আগে একটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে
এটা না আগেরটা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার এটাই হ্যাঁ স্যার বলছি
From we know from Newton's second law, F equals to dp by dt. Yeah? If no external force applied, F equals to 0, P is constant. Yes or no? Huh? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if I say কোথায় ঢুকে যায় এটা? See, if I say from this one, see, this one, see, if f is 0, so P is constant. That means here, as my force is 0, means if we not apply any external force on the system, my P is constant. That means what happened? dP by dt equals to F equals to 0. We can write. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this equation now we can write that dP by dt, which is 0 because no external force applied, so 0, that is m1 dv1 by dt plus m2 dvt by dt, that is m1 a1 plus m2 a2 equals to f1 plus f2. So f1 is equals to minus f. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after that, so we prove both. We prove first law as well as we prove third law, right? This is my first law and this is the third law. Third law. अब देखो, apart from this, so many numerical examiner can ask you. So many numericals examiner can ask you from that part. So many numerical examiner can ask you from that part, especially two things. One is the conservation of momentum and the second one is called the recoil velocity, which is also related to that conservation of momentum. So we can see one by one this question, which type of question examiner can ask you from this part. First of all, see, this is a lovely question. For example of conservation of momentum, question number 12 from your sheet. Question number 12. What is the question? Question is that a shell is fired. A shell is fired from a cannon with a velocity v at an angle. With a velocity v at an angle theta with the horizontal direction. At the highest point of its path, it explodes into two pieces. At the highest point of its path, it explodes into two pieces of equal masses. One of the piece retraces the cannon. The speed of the other pieces immediately after the explosion is. Options are 3v cos theta. Option B is 2v cos theta. Option C is v cos theta. Option D is v by 2 cos theta. So I would like to repeat the question. देखो क्या बोला है? A shell is fired from a cannon with a velocity v at an angle theta with the horizontal. This angle is theta with the horizontal. at the highest point of its path, it explodes. So at the highest point of its path, before it explodes, what is the velocity? V cos theta, we know. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Let m is the mass of the particle. So what we can say momentum, that is mv cos theta, and if we say this direction is the positive direction, so we can say the direction is I, which is the initial, right? Now what happened after explosion? It after explodes it into two pieces of equal mass. After explosion, it will be explode into two particles of equal mass. If m is the initial mass and after explosion, suppose it explode into two particles, what is the mass of each? M by 2, yes or no? Two equal piece,
Yes,
half of
sir.
each. And according to question, one of the particle retrace the canal. That means, what do you mean by retrace? It will enter into the cannon, and this is possible only when your velocity is v cos theta, but opposite direction at the highest point. Yes or no?
Sir,
Retrace the cannon माने जहां से आया था वहीं पे घुस गया. So at the highest point before explosion, if the velocity is v cos theta, तो ये इधर आएगा. अगर वो एक्सप्लोड नहीं करता, तो एक्सप्लोज किया और रिट्रेस किया, मतलब एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट वेलोसिटी होगा तब ना रिट्रेस करेगा, इसके अंदर घुस जाएगा.
yes, sir.
रिट्रेस द कैनन मतलब ऐसे करके आया था फिर ऐसे बैक कर दिया. Yes or no? So that means at the highest point
Yes, sir.
velocity is v cos theta. Now it will be v cos theta but opposite direction. And see, before explosion and after explosion, no external force applied. That means no external force applied. That means it will be the conservation of momentum because no external force applied. F0 net momentum remain conserved.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we can say as initial momentum before explosion, final momentum after explosion. So before explosion, mass is m, velocity is v cos theta, direction is I. After explosion, it divided in two parts, equal part. So first one mass m by 2, and you know first one is retrace. So velocity is v cos theta, but minus I. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So second one, mass is m by 2, and velocity you have to find out. So you don't know which direction it is moving with what angle and all this. You have to calculate this. Clear? That's why we just put it v2. We don't know what is the magnitude, what is the direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if we calculate this, what happened? This negative, if we move in that side, then it will be positive. So if we take m common, v cos theta I plus v by 2 cos theta I equals to m by 2 v2. M cancel. That means 3 by 2 v cos theta I, that is v2 by 2. 2 I can cancel. So v2 is 3v cos theta I. Yes or no? So your magnitude is how much? 3v cos theta. Even you can say the direction, in which direction the particle moves, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Satisfied? Okay. Now I show you one more question. Okay, the next part is next question. Question number 3 from the sheet. Okay, the question is that a disk of mass 0.1 kg, a disk of mass 0.1 kg is kept floating horizontally in mid-air by firing bullets of mass 0.05 kg each vertically at a rate of 10 per second, each vertically at a rate of 10 per second. If the bullets rebounds with the same speed, what is the speed of the bullets with which these are fired? You have to find out. Sorry, this is not 10. This is 10 bullets fired per second. Find the speed of each bullet. So if we want to draw the question, this is a disk. Okay, mass of the disk is capital M. So what happened? Obviously, mg is acting downward. Now here, a bullet hit and then rebounds with the same velocity, So v is the velocity before collision, v is the velocity after collision, m is the mass. We know from the previous class, that if you see this previous class, see this one. Remember, change in momentum moving with the same velocity. Change in momentum moving with the same velocity. See, before collision, after collision. See, before collision, after collision, change in momentum is 2 mv. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what we can say, we know force, that is change in momentum by time. So change in momentum for each bullet is 2 mv. And how many bullet release? 10 bullet release in 1 second. If we suppose, it is not necessary always in the question they give you 10, they give you 5, 10, 100. So let first to derive the formula, we can suppose n number of bullet release. So if in 1 second n number of bullet release, so what is the time for each bullet? 1 by n, yes or no? If n bullet release in 1 second, what is the time for each bullet? 1 by n, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what we can write, 2 mvn, that is the total force generated. And this force actually balance the weight. That's why the disk is floating, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that means this is my actual formula. Key total change in momentum into number of bullet equals to weight of the disk. So from this, whatever they ask you, they can ask you number of bullet, they can ask you mass of each bullet, they can ask you velocity of the bullet, they can ask you mass of the disk, anything they can ask you. Like here they ask you what is the speed of the bullet. So your answer is mg by 2m into n. Now m is given, total mass of the disk is 0.1. We know g equals to 10. 2 into mass of each bullet is given 0.05 and number of bullet is 10. After solving this, you get the value 1 meter per second. And see, if you see the options are given 1 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 100 meter per second, and 1000 मीटर पर सेकेंड। अब देखो जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन एक बच्चा स्टूडेंट इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करेगा, इफ दे डोंट नो द प्रोसेस हाउ टू सॉल्व इट, अगर उसको अक्कर बक्कर मारना है तो वो सोचेगा कि बुलेट का स्पीड, बुलेट माने बुलेट, उसका काफी स्पीड होता है। सो आइदर ही पुट दिस वन एज ए ऑप्शन और दिस वन इज ए ऑप्शन। सो 100 भी नहीं देगा, बोलेगा 100 में कोई बुलेट जाता है, बुलेट तो बहुत स्पीड में जाता है। सो 1000 मीटर पर सेकेंड he give the right answer, और मैक्सिमम वो बोलेगा नहीं 1000 शायद कुछ ज्यादा हो जाएगा, सो ये 100 मीटर पर सेकेंड आंसर देगा। तो अक्कर बक्कर में ये सब कुछ नहीं होने वाला। जय माता दी लगा के सी को मारेगा एंड awarded -1 marks because A is the right answer. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first thing related to this conservation of momentum, change in momentum, Newton's second law. Next thing is called the recoil velocity. The recoil velocity. What do you mean by this? The recoil velocity. देखो recoil velocity में क्या होता है कि suppose you are in a platform, you are standing in a platform, and the lower surface of the platform is suppose smooth. You are in a platform. Okay. Neither you move nor the platform is moved. The whole system is smooth. Smooth means no friction is there. So the whole system is smooth. So and you are in the platform. So your initial momentum is 0. Yes or no? Yes or no? Neither you move nor the platform moves.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose you are start moving on the platform. Mass of you is m, mass of the platform is capital M. Suppose you are start moving with velocity v forward, what you realize is that platform is also moving backward. That is called the recoil velocity. Understand? Because to compensate your momentum, the platform is also moving in the opposite direction, so that the net momentum is remain constant, means here it is 0 because no external force applied. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
ये चीज सबसे ज्यादा दिखता है, सबसे अच्छा दिखता है मानो कहीं पे छोटा मोटा वो पोखर वगैरह या नदी वगैरह है, बहुत ज्यादा फ्लो नहीं है, ऑलमोस्ट स्टैंड स्टिल रिवर है, ठीक है, स्टैंड स्टिल रिवर, और वहां पे एक छोटा सा नाव है, तो नाव किनारे में आया, आके रुका हुआ है, लेकिन नाव का जो रस्सी है, जो माझी है, वो मिट्टी पे बांधा नहीं। तुम में से कोई एक स्मार्ट लड़का सोचा हम तो जंप मार के किनारे में पहुंच जाएंगे, तो नाव के एकदम किनारे में गया, मारा एक जंप, मानो ये मेरा नाव है, ये मेरा नाव है, ये मेरा किनारा है, और तुम यहाँ पे खड़ा है, तुमने मारा एक जंप, टारगेट करके, इतना तो हम डेली कूद लेता है, तो जहां तुमने जंप मारा ये स्टैंड स्टिल है, नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स अप्लाई, नाव माझी जो है पानी में धक्का नहीं दे रहा है, इट्स अ स्टैंड स्टिल, तुमने मारा जंप, नाव गया पीछे, तुम गिरा धड़ाक से, समझा? सो बी केयरफुल। इसीलिए क्या कहता है कि माझी को प्रैक्टिस है, वो पहले नाव को बांधता है, फिर कहता है कूदो, तब क्या होगा कि नाव पीछे नहीं जाएगा, और स्पेशली इसीलिए नाव को बांध देता है ताकि व्हेन यू जंप फॉरवर्ड वो पीछे जा सकता है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज आल्सो रिकॉइल वेलोसिटी। तुम देखोगे जो लोग पिस्टल वगैरह चलाता है या बंदूक चलाता है या राइफल चलाता है, या आजकल टीवी में देखोगे अफगानिस्तान में वो जो तालिबान है वो लोग रॉकेट लॉन्चर लेके घूमता है, सो ये देखने में जितना आसान है लगता है कि एक टीन का डब्बा है, if you trigger it then you realize कि ये क्या है। ये जो रॉकेट लॉन्चर है ये जितना स्पीड से आगे जाएगा, इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू ट्रिगर इट, तुमने रॉकेट लॉन्चर लेके अगर ट्रिगर किया, रॉकेट लॉन्चर आगे जाएगा, तुम एकदम पीछे गिर जाओगे, सो तुम जो पीछे गिरोगे दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिकॉइल वेलोसिटी। तो इसके लिए बहुत सारा प्रोसेस है, रॉकेट लॉन्चर को कंधा में रखना पड़ता है, फिर उसको एकदम सर्टेन एंगल में करना पड़ता है, दैट सो दैट यू कैन इजीली बैलेंस द रिकॉइल स्पीड ताकि तुम गिर ना जाओ। हाँ, और इसी के लिए ट्रेनिंग वगैरह होता है। तो वो जो तालिबान लोग हैं वो लोग भी ट्रेनिंग लिया हुआ है, हाउ टू प्रोजेक्ट दैट रॉकेट लॉन्चर एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स। ओके, फिर उसका भी टारगेट होता है, प्रॉपर एंगल में नहीं करोगे तो इधर उधर जा सकता है। You need experience for that also. So that is called the recoil velocity. Hope you understand what is recoil velocity. Now I am giving you some question related to that recoil velocity. तब और अच्छा से ये clear होगा कि what exactly this recoil velocity is. So I am giving you the first question, and that is question number 7 from the sheet. वो मैं आज तुम लोगों को दे दूंगा रात में sheet. The question is that a man of mass m1 is standing on a platform of mass m2. Suppose this is the platform whose mass is m2. A man is standing on the platform whose mass is m1. A man of mass m1 is standing on a platform of mass m2 kept on a smooth horizontal surface. The man start moving on the platform with velocity vr. Vr relative to the platform, find the velocity of the platform. Yeah, find the recoil velocity of the platform. Let the recoil velocity of the platform is v. So we have to find out that recoil velocity. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now see, you just imagine in that way. Suppose the man is on the platform and suppose the man is walking 10 meter, yeah, 10 step on the platform, and the platform is moving backward 2 steps. So how many steps man moving forward? अगर मैन 10 स्टेप आगे जाता है और प्लेटफॉर्म 2 स्टेप पीछे आता है तो कितना स्टेप आगे जाएगा मैन? एनीवन? Anyone please respond.
Sir, 8 steps.
8 steps. So that means what we can say कि mass of the man, recoil velocity of the platform, and the platform is moving backward. So this is the mass of the man and velocity of the man. Yes or no? Forward.
Yes, sir.
And as the man moving forward, we take this positive. So platform is moving backward. Yes or no? Minus m2 v equals to 0. Why equals to 0? Because initially the man is at rest. So momentum is 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So from that, what we can say, mass Vr equals to m1 plus m2 v. So v is the recoil velocity, that is m1 by m1 plus m2 into Vr. Opposite तो मैंने पहले ही ले लिया है, इसलिए मैंने नेगेटिव साइन नहीं आया. अगर मैं opposite ये नहीं लेता, so you can take the value, you can get the value negative also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to show you one more question. Then you try the question from that sheet. And today I want to start one more topic, that is circular motion. At least today we just start that topic, and in the next week we complete this circular motion. Then work power energy only remain for your coming test and all this. So next question is, that question is also very important question. Question number 8 from the sheet. A gun of mass m. The only difference between the previous one, question number 7 and question number 8, is that in this one there is some angle of inclination. Okay, a gun mass m fired a bullet small m with velocity vr relative to the barrel of the gun, which is inclined at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. So this is my gun. This is the barrel. let the mass is m, angle of inclination is suppose 60, and from here a bullet or muzzle is coming out whose mass is m with relative velocity vr, if I'm not wrong. A gun m fires a bullet of mass m with speed vr relative to the barrel of the gun, which is inclined at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. The gun is placed over a smooth horizontal surface. So ये smooth लिखना जरूरी है, otherwise recoil का कोई काम नहीं है. Then force apply माने frictional force apply. So once a force apply, then the momentum is not conserved. So then you never apply conservation of momentum. So if they want you, if the examiner want to give you the question from the conservation of momentum, they must give you your external force apply is 0. Clear? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Because at the same time, what happened? कि friction is there. जैसे तुमने मानो रॉकेट लॉन्चर छोड़ा, so तुमने कंधा पे रखा तो कंधा को क्या हुआ? बैक किया, और एट द सेम टाइम तुम जो पैर है जमीन में पहले से जमा के रखा है ताकि गिर नहीं जाओ. So your friction will balance that backfire. So it will तुम्हें क्या करेगा? इंस्टेंट एक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स देके उसको रोक देगा. So तुम गिरोगे नहीं. और अचानक से अगर हुआ तुम्हारा पैर प्रॉपर्ली सॉलिड पोजीशन में नहीं है या सम एंगल ऑफ इंक्लिनेशन में नहीं है, so तुम गिरने का चांसेस रहेगा. अच्छा, now let's try this question. As it is moving in this way, so I can say this angle is 60 degree. So mass into VR cos 60 along this one, and in this direction m VR sin 60 degree. It is very clear that the upward velocity is balanced by the surface because it's on the horizontal surface. You don't have any option to move downward because this surface is a solid surface, right? So as well as you moving forward, that gun is moving backward with some velocity. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if we use the conservation of momentum for the bullet, VR cos theta, which is moving forward, and V, which is the velocity of the gun, means the recoil velocity moving backward. So overall, this V cos theta minus V, the bullet moving forward minus opposite direction, mass of the gun and the velocity of the gun equals to 0 before explosion and after explosion. Okay, so on that basis, what we can say, mass velocity cos 60 half minus mv equals to 0. So mvr into half, that is m plus m into v. So v is equals to m vr by 2 m plus m. Okay, done, everyone? Everyone, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's it related to your chapter 5. Only the circular motion part left from these two chapters, chapter 4 and chapter 5. So now I'm start that circular motion. I think at least 2 class, at minimum 2 class required for that circular motion, and then we move on to the next topic, that is the work power energy, which is the chapter number 6. So okay, now we start circular motion. Circular motion. Today I just give you some information about the circular motion. I hope all of you like that part. Okay, and from the next class we start it with the full fledged. Okay, clear? So in circular motion, first of all, tell me how you can identify that this type of motion is circular motion and this type of motion is linear motion. How you identify it? How you identify it? Okay, this type of motion is circular motion. Anyone, please tell me. You can say anything, whatever you want, imagine, you can tell me. Anyone? Debolina Ball? Debolina, Pragya, Vendrila? Anyone? Shrija? Shagnik, Kritika, Shomallo? Shorashish, Ochishman, Devadrita, Sneha, Anusha. Tell me. Anyone, at least say something now. How you identify that this type of motion is circular motion? How you identify that?
So when the displacement is 0.
When displacement is 0, then it is a circular motion. And if you say, if we start from here, you move forward and then you back, then coming to the same point, then your displacement is 0. That means it's a circular motion.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Anyone? Any idea? अरे जब भी कुछ बोलोगे तो then your concept also clear ना? Yes.
Say if the motion is in a circle.
If the motion is
In a circular.
अरे if the motion is circular पर that तो you observe किया तो अलग बात है. That is तो तुमको दिखाई दे रहा है. Without दिखाई दिए फर्स्ट तुम उसको देख के समझेगा अच्छा अब ये सर्कुलर मोशन में जाएगा, मतलब नाउ इट बेंड इनटू द सर्कुलर ट्रैक, माने अब वो सर्कुलर ट्रैक पे जाएगा, ये कैसे पता चलेगा? कुछ तो देखोगे जिसको देख के पता चलेगा अच्छा अब ये सर्कुलर मोशन होगा. एनीवन, एनी आइडिया? अच्चिष्मान?
Yes sir.
তোদের ক্লাসে সার্কুলার মোশন হয়ে গেছে না?
আমি ক্লাস করি না শেষ করি।
কি সুন্দর বাহানা। সৃজা বল, তোদের ক্লাসে তো হয়ে গেছে আশা করি।
না স্যার।
হয়নি? আচ্ছা
না, স্যার।
আসিফ, আসিফ বলো। কৌশিক, মনীষ বল। কেউ তো বল, দেবাদ্রিতা বল, কৃতিকা তোদের ক্লাসে তো আমি পড়িয়েছি, বল কি হয়েছে? ও সার্কুলার মোশন তো তোদের ক্লাসেও শুরু করিনি। ঠিক ঠিক, ওকে। দেখো, very simple thing, always remember this, these are the key factor, okay? So always try to remember these things. ये सब चीज जो है ना बुक में नहीं मिलेगा, ठीक है? Because these things you can generate by your personal experience. ये सब चीज कभी बुक में नहीं रहेगा, बुक इतना सोचता नहीं है लिखते वक्त। देखो, if the force and velocity are acting in the same direction, जहां पे भी देखा force and velocity are acting in the same direction, तभी समझ जाओ कि it is a linear motion. What do you mean by linear motion? Particle move in a straight line. Okay. जहां पे भी देखोगे force and velocity, they are perpendicular to each other. This is the key factor for circular motion. जहां पे भी देखोगे velocity and force are perpendicular to each other, the particle move in a circular motion, and towards the center this force applied is called the centripetal force. Okay, this force is called the centripetal force. इस फोर्स को लेके भी बहुत जन का बहुत कंफ्यूजन है, जिसके बारे में हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में या आफ्टर नेक्स्ट क्लास आई विल ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन कि कितना सारा रॉन्ग कॉन्सेप्ट तुम लोगों में है इसको लेके। अभी उसमें डिस्कस नहीं करना चाहते हैं। सो आई थिंक यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई आई एम सेइंग कि वेलोसिटी एंड फोर्स को जहां देखोगे they are perpendicular to each other. That means mane if the velocity is tangential with respect to the force, there must be a circular motion. I just give you one example. तुम लोग केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाई होगा, तुम लोगों को केमिस्ट्री काफी अच्छा लगता है, आई नो. ये है न्यूक्लियस और इसके चारों तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन घूम रहा है, बोर एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल. यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है. The electron is moving in that orbit with some velocity, and if you want to calculate between this one and this one, electrostatic force is acting towards the center. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So see, the electrostatic force and velocity, as they are perpendicular to each other, so the particle move in a circular motion. एक और example दिखाते हैं. ये है हमारा धरती माता, माने अर्थ, और इसके चारों तरफ so many satellite we have, some artificial satellite and one natural satellite. Anyone please tell me what is the name of that natural satellite? जो अर्थ को चक्कर लगाता है. Anyone
moon.
The
please?
moon.
Moon, very good. मुनवा ना, बड़ा ही लुल प्लेस है. तो अगर ये वेलोसिटी v है और इधर जो फोर्स है, that is the gravitational attraction. Yes or no? See, they are perpendicular to each other. The particle move in a circular track. इसलिए मून अर्थ के चारों तरफ क्या है, घूमते रहता है. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is called the centripetal force. So that means ये जो centripetal force है, हम लोग next class में देखेंगे. इस सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स का एक वैल्यू होता है. इस सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स का वैल्यू है mv²/r. ये जो फोर्स है, ये खुद एक फोर्स है, लेकिन ये दिस फोर्स इज आइदर रिजल्टेंट ऑफ फोर्स, सम फोर्स, और this force is generated by some force. Like in the first one, electrostatic force generate that centripetal force. The next one, gravitational force generate that centripetal force. So जैसा situations रहेगा उस हिसाब से ये फोर्स को मतलब प्रोवाइड किया जाता है. मतलब इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स प्रोवाइड द सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स और ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स प्रोवाइड द सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स एंड ऑल दिस. आज हम लोग ये सब डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे. अभी जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे कुछ बेसिक, वेरी बेसिक टर्म्स related to that circular motion, although that part you have in chapter 7. पर इसका यूज फ्रॉम योर सर्कुलर मोशन शुरू हो जाता है. सो इट्स बेटर 7 में करने से पहले यहीं से समझ लो, देन सर्कुलर मोशन भी अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. फर्स्ट वन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन इज एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, which is represented by the symbol theta. And I think all of you know this from unit and dimension. When a particle move in a circular track from one point to another point, theta is the angle, s is the arc length, and r is the radius. So we know angular displacement is defined as arc length by radius. Yes or no? SI unit radian, SI unit radian, and dimension, no dimension. Okay. One more important thing, one revolution is 2 pi radian. मैंने ये सब यूनिट एंड डायमेंशन में भी थोड़ा बहुत बोला था. ये सब
Yes.
next topic is हम लोग को नोट्स भी भेजना पड़ेगा. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज angular velocity. Represented by the symbol, represented by the symbol omega. So अच्छा इसको बार-बार क्यों करता है? Angular velocity is represented by the symbol omega. What is the definition of velocity? Rate of change of displacement is called the velocity. Similarly, what is the definition of angular velocity? Rate of change of angular displacement is called the angular velocity. That means limit del t tends to 0, del theta by del t, that is d theta by dt is called the omega. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
SI unit रेडियन पर सेकेंड, और इसका एक और यूनिट है विच इज वेरी वेरी पॉपुलर, दैट इज आरपीएम, रिवोल्यूशन पर मिनट, per minute. Like if I write 100 RPM, how you convert this? Because you have to convert this into SI system, then and only then you can solve numerical. So 100 RPM, one revolution is 2 pi radian, so 2 pi, and minute, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So what you write, radian by second, that is ये हो गया 3, ये हो गया 0, so 10 by 3 pi radian per second. Okay. Everyone okay?
Yes, sir.
Next is angular acceleration. Next is angular acceleration. Symbol alpha. How you define acceleration? Acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Yeah, is called the velocity. Similarly, rate of change of angular velocity is called the angular acceleration. So how you define it? Alpha, that is limit del t tends to 0, del omega by del t, that is d omega by dt, SI unit रेडियन पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ठीक है. डायमेंशन अगर लिखना चाहो t-2, because no dimension for the radian. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? If it is yes, next is linear motion. Linear motion और यह circular motion. So we know these things very well. First one, in linear motion, v equals to u plus at. Number 2, v square equals to u square plus 2as. Number 3, s is ut plus half at square. Number 4, s10th u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the linear motion. What about the circular motion? Circular motion में सिर्फ जैसे ये क्या, velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, displacement. Similarly, when you write in circular motion, only add the term angular. So how we write this? Omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. Final angular velocity, initial angular velocity, angular acceleration, time. Clear? Final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, time. Yes or no? Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Then the second one is omega square, omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Tell me what you say here. This one is what? क्या बोलोगे? बोलो बोलो ना जल्दी से, क्या बोलोगे इसको? देवलीना বল কি বলবি? তোরা বলিস না কেন? এখানে কি লিখবি? এটাকে কি বলি আমরা?
V square
v স্কয়ার মানে কি? ভিটা কি?
velocity, final velocity,
ইউটা কি?
initial velocity,
এটা কি?
acceleration,
এসটা কি?
displacement,
এই ওমেগাটা কি হবে? আরে অ্যাঙ্গুলার লাগা,
final velocity,
আরে অ্যাঙ্গুলার লাগা।
angular velocity,
সার্কুলার মানে অ্যাঙ্গুলার, তো কি হবে এটা? আবার বল কি হবে?
angular velocity,
এটাকে ভিটাকে কি বলছিস? ভিটাকে এখনই কি বললি?
sir, angular velocity,
এই ভিটাকে কি বললি এখনই?
the final velocity,
এখানে কি বলবি তাহলে এটাকে?
the final angular velocity,
অ্যাঙ্গুলার ভেলোসিটি, অ্যাঙ্গুলার এসব কি বলছিস? এটাকে কি বলবি? এটাকে কি বলবি তাহলে?
the initial angular velocity,
এটাকে কি বলবি?
sir, angular acceleration,
এটাকে কি বলবি?
sir, angular displacement,
বুঝতে পারছিস?
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
তাহলে চেষ্টা না করলে কিছু এটাকে কি বলবি? এটাকে কি
sir,
বলিস?
angular displacement,
এটাকে কি বলবি?
sir, initial angular velocity,
এটাকে কি বলবি?
sir, time,
এটাকে অ্যাঙ্গুলার টাইম বলিস না। টাইম যদি অ্যাঙ্গুলার হয় আমরা এরকম করবো। হ্যাঁ, টাইম কিন্তু অ্যাঙ্গুলার হয় না, এটা অ্যাঙ্গুলার অ্যাসেলারেশন। ক্লিয়ার?
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
টাইমকে কিন্তু ভুলেও অ্যাঙ্গুলার বলিস না, লোকে হাসবে। ঠিক আছে, বাকি সবগুলোকে অ্যাঙ্গুলার বলতে পারবি। তো থিটা nth angular displacement at nth second, that is omega naught plus alpha by 2 2n minus 1. Yes or no? Yes or no?
yes sir,
Okay, so now আচ্ছা এবার দেখ, I think all of you know this 4. For this 4 you know how to derive them, calculus method as well as graphical method. Yes or no? Very well, because this is the 5 marks, very important question. এইবার তোদের ফার্স্ট ইউনিট টেস্টে এসেছিল কিনা? আর আমি বলেই দিয়েছিলাম এটা সবচেয়ে বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, এটাই এসেছিল, এটাই এসেছিল, মনে আছে? 3 মার্কসের কোশ্চেন। So not only DPS, in any school, this 4 derivation I think all of you know by the calculus method as well as graphical method. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, Pragya mone porche? Pragya, Wendila? So I think you all remember how I just show you the first one. This all 4 you have in graphical method, you have all this 4 calculus method, and on that basis you can derive all this 4. I'm not help you, I just show you the first one. Same way you can try, because once you try then you understand. Okay, this derivation I just show you one. Like if I want to prove this one, what we wrote, right? We know A equals to dv by dt, so dv equals to a dt. taking integration both side with proper limit 0 to t, initial velocity, final velocity v, u v a time 0 to t. Remember? Remember, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we can write v minus u equals to a t minus 0 v equals to u plus at. Similarly, you can write here, in place of acceleration, you can write angular acceleration alpha. Omega is the initial angular velocity, omega naught. Omega is the final angular velocity. Alpha is the angular acceleration. T is the angular displacement. Theta is the angular displacement. T is the time. So acceleration, here angular acceleration, here velocity, here angular velocity. We know angular acceleration is d omega by dt. So d omega is alpha dt, taking integration both sides with proper limit. Initial omega naught, final omega alpha dt 0 to t, omega naught omega alpha t 0 to t, omega minus omega naught alpha t minus 0, which means omega equals to omega naught plus alpha del theta. Remember, the first one is the relation between, तुम लोग ये ट्राई करना है, all 4 का 4. हाँ, ग्राफिकल मेथड भी ट्राई करके देख सकते हो, कैलकुलस मेथड भी देख सकते हो, सेम थिंग है. रिलेशन between linear velocity and angular velocity. Angular velocity, very, very important. And because of this, actually, it is given in the chapter number 7. Okay, why it is given in the chapter number 7? This whole thing, I just show you. Okay. Especially because of this. Chalo. See, the question is that, we know theta equals to s by r. Yes or no? So s equals to r theta. Del s, that is r is the constant, del theta. Del s by del t, that is r, del theta by del t. ये जो है ना बड़ा दिमाग खराब कर रहा है, इसका क्या हुआ है एक बार में दिखाता ही नहीं है. So limit del t tends to 0, del s by del t, r limit del t tends to 0, del theta by del t, that is ds by dt, r d omega by dt. So this ds by dt, that is the velocity, that is r d omega dt, that is sorry. The theta by dt, that is v equals to r omega. This is one proof which we can write also. V equals to, velocity is a vector quantity, r cross omega, because position vector and angular velocity is a vector quantity. And because of that cross product, it is given in chapter number 7, because वहाँ पे मेरा वो cross product है, chapter 6 में मेरा dot product है. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now the next derivation is here. Next derivation is relation between linear acceleration and angular acceleration. So we just prove V equals to R omega. So we can say del V, that is R del omega, del V by del T, that is R del omega by del T, limit del T tends to 0, del V by del T. If you, so R limit del T tends to 0, del omega by del T, that is acceleration, which is called the tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration or linear acceleration. That is dv by dt, that is dv is by dt, that is r d omega by dt, which is r alpha. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
One more thing, ki alpha, that is d omega by dt, and we know omega equals to d theta by dt. That means double differentiation of angular displacement with respect to time. It's even same like double differentiation of displacement with respect to time is the acceleration, right? So these are very basic thing and very key factor. Acha, you can write this one is also AT equals to R cross alpha in the, so they are cross product, means sometime if they give you R and alpha and they ask you AT, so you can take it as a cross product and you can solve it. Mostly we use this one, AT equals to R alpha or dv by dt. So this is very, very important or key factor before you start circular motion. In the from the next class, we show you first of all that centripetal acceleration, all this, then application of centripetal acceleration, kya hai centripetal acceleration, and all these things I can show you. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm stopping the